Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Oh, I'm just seeing how bad this light is. I have the overhead light on because it's still light outside, and we know how much I hate the ring light. Wow, I look a mess today, don't I? Jeez. Don't know what that's all about. Had a kind of long day, had a doctor's appointment, which you always go to the doctor's appointment, right? And then they're always late. So while I was at the doctor's appointment today, I had talked to you guys about possibly skipping Goodwill. And then I thought, well, I'm up in a different town, right? So I'm like, maybe I'll see if there's a Goodwill up here. And the town that I was in, it's like 2 towns over, does not have a Goodwill, but it has a Salvation Army, or as I like to call it, Sally's. And so I stopped into Sally's. And so let me show you very quickly before we do these patterns. I'm literally surrounded by patterns. There's a giant box here and another box here and patterns here. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to show you what I found today because I did find some really exceptional stuff. So let's start with the first super cute thing, which was this to add to my own vintage collection. I'm not going to give this away. I'm sure I can't sell this. This is, I'm going to say, 60s, possibly 70s, because it was made in Hong Kong. Until the early 70s, Hong Kong, and it was only $4.99, by the way, Hong Kong was actually under British rule. And there was a ton of couture and just fashion houses there that made amazing clothing. And it's got a metal zipper, which apparently doesn't work. Oh, nope, it does. Okay. If I can get the metal zipper closed. No, I can't. All right. But it's in excellent shape. I do need to clean it up a little bit. It's actually got a little bit of mildew on it, which makes sense. It's probably been sitting somewhere forever. I'm going to take the label off because I'm going to show you one of the many reasons I felt I must buy this, which was, can you see the gold inlay in the handle? Or it's probably brass, and then look at how beautiful the handles are. And I know what you're thinking. My mom had that bag. I think everybody's mom had this bag, but there's something so wonderfully beautiful about them. And it's so well made. Can you see how when it lines up, it doesn't meet up here, it lines up on the underneath. It's got one very small flaw that I can't even find because it's that small. Here it is. Yeah, there we go. See how that's sticking out a little bit? And I'll crazy glue it. Yeah. And then here's the bottom, which I love that these had feet to set your purse on. So your purse was never actually on the ground. It's just so beautiful and so well made. I could not pass it up, especially for $5. This is going into the summer wardrobe. All right. We're going to put that on the floor. And then this, wow. I can't get a good shot of this, but leave it to your imagination. It is most likely a handmade kimono. And I'm going to show you one of the beautiful sleeves. Okay, it does not fit me. It is made of, I would think, actual real silk. And the reason I say that is it has a very small flaw, which I will show you guys if I can find it. Again, so tiny, I can barely find it. Here it is. See if you guys can see it. Can you see that? Very tiny little rip right there. Based on the fibers and the way it's ripped, that's why I think it's silk. So I could not pass this up because look at this fabric. I mean, come on, seriously, right? And because it's a kimono, there's like yards and yards of this fabric in the kimono. The kimono doesn't fit me. Sorry, I'm going to back you guys up a little bit. Sorry, don't want to get anybody seasick. It doesn't fit me. So there's a couple of options I have with this. I can take it apart, which would be very easy because I can see the stitches. That's why I think it's handmade. Here's a stitch here that's actually coming out. And I could use it to make just the most fabulous two-piece dress, like the most beautiful party dress, like 50s style party dress. When I saw this and I was in Goodwill or Salvation Army, and I was thinking about like, well, what would I do with it? I was thinking of a dress that my mother had that was a fit and flare dress. So it came in on the waist and then flared out at the bottom. I think it was from the 50s. She probably wore crinoline with it, but I don't go into for crinoline, so whatever. And then it just had two very large straps, and it kind of had some shearing here. It's an absolutely gorgeous dress. I remember she still had it for years. I remember actually playing dress up in it. Yeah. And it was beautiful, but I thought to myself, is this not the perfect fabric for a dress like that? So I'm going to have to mull that one over because it's a tough call to take apart a beautiful kimono for the fabric, but then again, it doesn't fit me and it's got some damage. So can I salvage it? It's interesting that it's that fabric also, because that's not really your traditional kimono fabric. It doesn't have a very Asian influence, and it does not have like a Japanese design for the flowers, but it's gorgeous, right? So Salvation Army did have patterns. They had one. So I got it because I couldn't leave this poor little pattern all by itself. It's McCall's. Sorry, it's got glare on it because I already took a picture of it and put it up on Etsy. It's just this beautiful little jacket. It's a 5-piece jacket, so it's a make it tonight, so it's super easy. It was only 5 pieces. And here's the line drawings. I'm going to try and make sure that I get really good photos of the line drawings for you guys tonight. So yeah, and it was 99 cents. I looked it up. It's an $8 pattern. So, I'll see what I can get for it, right? We'll see what we can get for it. Okay, so let's start on this. What I'm going to start with is the patterns that I already checked, that are already factory folded, and that I already took photographs of and put on my Etsy site to kind of get them out of my way. So we will start with the Buttericks and the Vogues. Remember I said it was a couple of Buttericks and a smattering of Buttericks and some Vogues. All right, so here's Butterick. I thought this was particularly beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry about the glare, guys, but I went crazy with you can see it's an unlined jacket and a sundress. Here are the line drawings on the back, which are fairly hard to see. This, which I loved because remember I was talking about the 90s and things we used to wear. This, I got to be honest, with the exception of the absolutely giant shoulder pads. I mean, what were we doing with the shoulder pads? We all look like linebackers back in the 80s, right? And here are the line drawings. But the dress itself, when you look at it, is a great dress. It's just, in fact, I love this view here, the red one, the basic shawl collared shirt dress. Gorgeous. Except that, I look like a guard for the Broncos or something, right? I saw this, right? Mother of the Bride. There we go. There's the number, if you guys want to see it. Jessica Howard. Everybody remember her? I remember her. She had a whole line of regular clothes. I remember her. And the funny thing is, this is very reminiscent of the dress that I wore to my friend's wedding as her maid of honor, except mine was by Jessica McClintock, and it was full length, and it was velvet, and then there was a lace piece that went across here. Oh, here we go. Another like powered suit, huge shoulder pad kind of dress, but cool. Love this view here with the buttons. That's nice. And here's the line drawings on that one. Okay, so then we had, this was interesting. We had this Vogue pattern, and then we had it again, and they had removed the actual envelope, but they were nice enough to put the size with the specifications for the fabric. So here's the pattern. This is what we used to call a tube dress. Now, I advertised it on Etsy as a mock turtleneck dress, but raise your hand if you remember the tube dress, right? Because it was just basically a tube, and you kind of slid yourself into it. This nice little drop waist number. There's the number if you're interested. And here's the line drawings on this one. Bear with me, guys, because I'm almost done with these patterns. And then the ones that I haven't finished dealing with yet, they're not in plastic, so there won't be as much glare on them. And then this, love the animal print. Actually really love that crisscross on the neckline. That's really cool. Again with the shoulder pads though. So far the youngest pattern I've found is from 2000, which was interesting because I got to list it as vintage. Yeah, I know. It's funny. I was talking to the doctor today and I said, 30 years ago was 1970. I was 6 and I was riding my bike that had a banana seat, and I don't want to hear about it. Don't want to hear any craziness about that. So I had 2 more patterns, much like that one, where they had taken the envelope off. So when I get patterns like this, what I do is I list them as what I call a wounded bird, which quite literally means I list them for a lot cheaper. I think I listed both of these for $5. The patterns themselves, as you can see, are still factory folded. There's nothing wrong with them. They've never been cut. The instructions are in there. Somebody just got rid of the envelope, which I get. I remember somebody I knew that used to sew, she used to get rid of the envelope, or she would like cut the envelope. She would do all this stuff to it so she didn't have to deal with the envelopes. And this is for a skirt or culottes. Very 80s, right? Okay, now here's some McCalls, because boy, are there a lot of McCalls in this thing. So thought this was interesting. It's a men's shirt. Now, the interesting thing is when you look at the back, look at all the variations for the collar, the cuffs, everything else that goes with it, the pockets, and then you can do long or short sleeves, which, I mean, I have no idea who John White's is, but it's actually a pretty cool pattern. If you sew for a man, that's not a bad pattern at all, to be able to like get one shirt pattern and be able to do like different cuffs, different collar, whatever. Oh, love this. Okay. It's a dress or it's a jumpsuit. You decide. Really nice. Really, really love this. Very tiny line drawing on the back. That's what it looks like. I guess that would be considered, I would call that a stand-up collar. I don't know that that's a mandarin because it's not really high enough. Okay. And here we go, guys. This is what I call the Melrose Place collection. There are so many dresses in here that all I can think of is Heather Locklear's character on Melrose Place. What was her name? Amanda? I can't remember. I actually really love this. It's a shame this wasn't in my size, because I actually really like these shirts. They're all side button, and then they have variations with the collars, and they have variation whether they have a bow or not, and they kind of have a little peplum. And yeah, it was 4 styles. Just the line drawings on the back. Really cute. Just not my size. It's a size... Oh, actually, it's a size 18, so it's close. It's a size 18. It's a bust 40, but I don't think I'm going to be keeping too much from this order. Okay. And then we had, okay. This is the weirdest pattern because it's like cottagecore, but it's a suit. Okay, so this is the jacket. See the little jacket, long or short sleeves with peplum. That bustier style top that's right there, plus the either maxi skirt or bell bottoms. So I know you're all jealous because everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants this pattern. It is pretty amazing. And I very vaguely remember jackets like this, from like when I was a freshman in high school. Oh, yeah. There was one children's pattern. This is it. And there was one home decor pattern, which is buried in here somewhere. The home decor pattern. It's truly hideous. It really, well, it's not even that it's hideous. It's just like I was saying, swag pieces. I don't know when we did swag or why we did swag. Curtains weren't enough. We needed more fabric around that curtain rod. So I got this pattern again. I'm really sure I've had this pattern and I sold it already. So I got another one, but that's good. That means that I sold it once. I can sell it again. So that's good news, right? Talk about cottagecore. We don't get more cottagecore than the Pilgrim over here. Yeah, if you're not rocking a bonnet and a shawl, don't talk to me about cottagecore. All right, so this is what I would call mandarin. See how the collar crosses over? It's a stand-up collar, but it crosses over. This is interesting, very Asian influence, mandarin style dress. Oh, we still have so many patterns. You have no idea. We're only a bit through this box, and then we have a whole box of patterns that are completely, that I haven't touched, that are cut that I haven't touched yet. All right, yeah. Here we go. More Melrose Place. It's the only thing I can think of. It's just Melrose Place. And now I cannot remember what Heather Locklear's character's name was. If I see a couple people up there, if you remember, let me know. Love this. This is this is from the Star Trek collection. I love the hat that the one model's wearing. Can you see it? The little like, it's either she's supposed to be flipping burgers or I don't know. She's a cadet somewhere. She's a Starfleet cadet. She's got her hat on. There she is. See? Starfleet. More Melrose Place. More Melrose Place. This is a little older though, because look at those shoulder pads again. It's like we had power suits. We had power dresses. We would tackle you. We wore sneakers when we walked to work and we had our shoes in a purse. Okay. I think this might be the Young pattern, the one that is from 2000. Kind of looks like it's from 2000, right? Looks much newer than the other ones. This dress. Okay, seriously? See the dress with the flowers? I had that dress. I remember because we got it at Sears. Except mine wasn't like the purple. Mine was like a pink with like pinkish flowers over it. And there's the back of that one. Actually, I mean, really, when you look at it, this is a super cute dress. It's a shame that, like, you know, with the exception of working in offices, so few people actually wear dresses anymore for like work. I mean, I don't. And this, okay. I'm sure some of you who sew remember this line, the NYNY. It was pretty much designed by a woman named Linda Badet, who later had her own line. She was a British designer. She was really fabulous. And she did a lot of these asymmetrical kind of cross-cut. She did a lot of streetwear influence. Like if you look at these pants, can you see the stripe on them? Like kind of almost modeled after a tracksuit kind of thing. She was an amazing designer. I don't know whatever happened to her, but I remember having several of her patterns that I'd gotten from McCall's because her stuff was just so cool. Like all these asymmetrical designs. She was a 90s designer. She was really great. Okay, again, kind of a tube dress. Again with the tubes, right? That was the thing. You can even see from the back, even though this one zips, it's very tube-ish. And yeah, I feel like this is the dress that you make when you join a cult, like a weird cult where there's going to be other wives involved. It just, I remember these from the 90s. I had one that looked very much like this here, but everything was so covered up. Like that V-neck was as risque as you got. This was a pretty interesting pattern. I don't remember this line, but this is a really large size pattern. This is a 22 women's through 26, and it's the whole wardrobe. So it's the dress, the jacket, the pants. It's called Woman Style. And I thought, you know, that's actually kind of nice. I'm sorry, it doesn't have any line drawings, guys. That's actually kind of nice because extended sizes are tough. They're tough to find. A lot of patterns don't come in the extended sizes. So even for a vintage pattern, it's kind of nice to find this nice extended size. And I mean, they're a little dated, but they're not horribly out of style. You know, you could still wear the dress and the pants, and even the jacket, you might shorten and make it a little bit more modern looking. Oh, and this dress. This is another one. See this dress on the end here? I'm really sure I had that. And it was in like a weird, like, terry cloth material. I remember it from when I was a kid. And I had it in like freshman year of high school or 8th grade or something like that. So that's the end of the McCalls. Now, I warned you guys about the large format Vogues, right? I told you all about them. Well, let me tell you what was in those large format Vogues that kind of made me go, right? Now, I've been trying to save them, so I'm putting them in any kind of like plastic bag, including Ziploc bags that I have to try and help them. I'm trying to like kind of mitigate this damage that a lot of them have. And while I was in there, I came across this large format Vogue by, that's right, Gianni Versace, the Jenny dress. And in here was, I think I left it right on top for this purpose. Maybe I didn't. Oop. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. I just ripped it a little bit. Inside of this dress pattern was that. This woman did use the pattern. It is cut. It's in excellent shape, though. She took very good care of it. That's why I wonder if this is Our Lady that I've been like getting all her stuff out of the Goodwill. She never used this. So she bought the pattern, cut the pattern, made the pattern, but never actually used the label. And this is, let's see if you guys can see the line drawings. The Vogue is harder to see line drawings on. They just seem lighter to me somehow. But really beautiful. It's the Jenny dress. I mean, it's almost like a suit. It's very Studio 54. And it's, I couldn't find an actual date on it, but it's from the 80s. I found other listings and it's from the 80s. So this would have been when Versace was not really a household name like he was in the late 80s, early 90s, but an up and coming designer. So it's pretty cool actually to find that pattern. So here's another one that this is Bill Blass, and envelope is in horrible shape. I'll show you when we go to the back. You can see how it's peeling up over there. There's the line drawings on that. No label with this one, but just a really beautiful dress. To try and save it a bit, I cleaned it all up, counted all the pieces, and put it in a Ziploc bag because I'm really just trying to save it from itself. Same with this one. This was another one. This one's in even worse shape. This had, this is lovely. And I am going to put it up for sale. But here's the funny thing. It's missing the second page of instructions. But the pattern itself is in excellent condition. Again, whoever owned it before cut it, took very good care of it. But unfortunately, the envelope is dying. So it's in Ziploc again. I'm going to look on Amazon and see if I can find some type of a plastic sleeve like I use for the other patterns for these Vogues, because these Vogues, these large formats are lovely. They're huge. They're so much bigger than regular patterns. This is another one. You can see all the damage over here, which is a shame. But again, and this is a Givenchy, it's a beautiful pattern. The person who owned it last took very good care of it. This one was only partially cut. They had never cut the pants. So the trouser portion of this pattern is completely uncut, which is actually really nice, you know. So that was really, I was very happy with that. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to put it back in the Ziploc bag without having it completely fall apart, because it already is. In spite of the fact that they're falling apart, I mail, like this piece fell off, I will send this to the person who buys this pattern because she might want to glue it back on. I don't know. Yeah. You do you, right? You might want to glue that back on. And I totally understand why you would do it. Like, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to fix this pattern envelope. All right. So that was the uncut patterns that have already been listed. So here's the big box over here. And right here is the pile of the other large format Vogue. So let's take a look at them. All right. This one, I'm so sad. I already peeked at it. I'm not familiar with the designer, Jerry Silverman. It's a beautiful dress. Here's the line drawing on the back. The instructions are in here, but it's missing. I mean, there's like 3 pieces of the dress in here. It's basically most of the dress is gone. This one, same thing. It's absolutely gorgeous. Most of the pieces are missing. I believe this one also had some. Oh no, you know what? This one, the pieces were here. There's no instructions whatsoever. So this is, I mean, I will eventually put it up online, but it's definitely, this is a wounded bird. It's got no instructions, and you have to be a really good sewer to sew this. This one I haven't gotten to yet, but see, yeah. But look who it's by, guys. That's right. Calvin Klein. And it's really lovely. It's very nice, like early 80s, late 70s Calvin Klein. And then we have this suit, which I absolutely adore. Unfortunately, not my size, by Don Sayers, who I'm also not familiar with. Here's the line drawings on this. It's just a really basic suit. But I love this. I love the belted jacket, the peplum jacket. It's so nice. And oh, and it includes the blouse. I didn't realize it includes the blouse. The blouse is very nice too. The whole set's very nice. And then this Pierre Balmain. Look at this dress. Look at how gorgeous that dress is, right? It's so beautiful. And here's the line drawings. I haven't gone over this one yet. I don't know what's missing from it. I hope everything's in here because even if this is cut, I mean, it's Balmain. Jean Patou. Really nice. And I have to be honest, right? I mean, how amazing is it to walk in Goodwill and see a bag and see like this sitting on top? Like, oh yeah, here you go. Another beautiful, absolutely beautiful dress. And oh wow, no line drawing on the back. Okay, no line drawings. But kind of awesome, right? Look at it. It's just a really basic A-line dress with a jacket. And then our perennial favorite, because I always end up with patterns by him when I find these large format Vogues, is Mr. Nippon, Albert Nippon. Really beautiful. Here's the line drawings on this one. Again, this one feels really complete though. And now we get into, see, I love this dress, but this is another one not in my size. It's a 16. I could grade up, but it's just so not, it's not going to be easy. And, you know, okay, so this is a Vogue basic design. So this is like a no name, but look at the dress on the end. This one here. Love that. Right? How gorgeous. Here are the line drawings for you guys. This is another one, feels really stuffed. Like I wouldn't be surprised at all to open this one up and find out that, oh yeah, you know what? It is partially cut. I'll show you why. See this? This is a factory fold. So obviously somebody didn't make something in this pattern. So we'll have to take a look at that, see what kind of condition it's in. And then we just have one more. And this is a really cool one. Perry Ellis. So this is 90s Perry Ellis. For any of you looking at those socks, I know that your first thought is probably my first thought, which was Elaine on Seinfeld. Remember when Elaine used to wear the socks and the shoes? She was doing like she used to wear like a lot of 1940s shirtwaist kind of dresses, and then she wore the socks and the shoes. I'm looking at this and wondering, this is made for knitwear, and no, it says wool crepe, so it's not made for knitwear, because this over here to me looks very much like it's made for knitwear, but it's not. It's kind of amazing. Look how long it is. Wow, we really were covering up back then. Okay, so without further ado, let's start looking at this giant box of patterns. Well, first, let me show you some of the stuff that was kind of odd stuff. So here's the first one that was kind of odd. It's cut. It's interesting. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, right? It's the back of the line drawings. And then I found like directions to a blouse. Some stray pattern pieces just hanging out there. And then this fabulous dress that is not in here. I looked already. It's not in here. It's so cute, but it's just the direction. So my little strays. All right. Now, as I had said before, one of the reasons I grabbed all of these bags, even though I could tell that some of them obviously looked cut, was because there was so much Vogue. So let's get to it. Anybody joining me late, these are all the uncut ones. So I'm going to have to count the pieces and make sure that everything's in there. But nice, right? Really nice. And this one, there's the line drawing on the side. If you guys want to see it. So it's like a drop waist. So that's all one piece then, which is, you know. But I guess you can sew it as two pieces, because then I also see the shirt and the vest. So, yeah. Such nice stuff. And the line drawing on this one is back here. And this was $83.94. I know it's hard to see because it was folded over. So sorry, let me tuck this in real quick. Another Vogue. I like this overlay design that this has. It's kind of cool looking. Again, with the shoulder pads though. Wow, seriously. All this like, stop making sense. Wow, this one's only partially cut. So drop waist, obviously absolutely destroyed envelope. All right, I might be able to iron the envelope and fix it a little bit. Let me see if I can fix it right now so you can see the actual. There we go. Can you see that? Nice, right? I don't like to use tape. The reason I don't like to use tape, I will iron them to try and straighten them out, but I don't like to use tape because the tape has acid in it and it's going to end up screwing up the pattern in the long run. Which some people might care, other people might not, Okay, really cute sportswear pattern, right? And it's all of it. It's like the blouse, the jacket type blouse, the skirt, two styles of the skirt, and the trousers. In fact, is that a skirt? Oh no, they're shorts. They're shorts. Here's the line drawing on that one. And then this was just, wow, too much for words. Very Blade Runner. I remember looking at this and thinking, Blade Runner. Ooh, yeah. I can totally see Sean Young wearing this dress in Blade Runner. And then more sportswear. Another peplum-y kind of thing. That's why I liked the 80s. Because I loved me a peplum, man. There we go. Another dress. Drop waist with yoke. Here's the line drawings on the back. Another power suit. Another Melrose Place power suit. It's going to drive me crazy what her name is now. I think it was Amanda, right? I mean, I know the actress was Heather Locklear, but. And last one. This feels very light. You know what? Let's just look. Yeah, there's no pattern in here. It's just directions. But we'll see. Maybe somebody on the internet is like, man, I just need the directions for that pattern. You never know, right? Stranger things have happened. Let's put these over here. Okay, folks. And then here is the smattering of butter rips. And then once we get through these, we will get through what seems like an awful lot of McCall's. Oh, whoops. All right, sliding forward. Yeah, this dress. This is that dress. It's that dress from back in the day. I remember this being several people's kind of prom dress. Yeah. It's also a Mother of the Bride dress. It's very versatile. Also Mother of the Bride. You can pretty much do anything in this. The cowboy outfit. Love this. Love that it's, look at the line drawing for the shirt. Yeehaw, man. Really cool. And I love her little cowboy hat. Look how tiny it is. Let's see, what's our next one? They're falling onto my computer now. So yeah, see, they're a lot of them like this. It's another nice little pattern. The basic wardrobe pattern from the 80s with a cow neck. Who is this by? Oh, it's an Ellen Tracy. That makes sense. This kind of, any of you who lived in the 80s, grew up in the 80s, that looks like an Ellen Tracy, doesn't it? My mom had some Ellen Tracy stuff. She loved Liz Claiborne. She liked Ellen Tracy. She was a school teacher, so she needed like that kind of a casual chic wardrobe. All right, and this is this dress. And this is an extra large. Maybe this is the pattern I need for the kimono that I just bought. Because this is a really basic pattern. My dog's coming over to say hi again. The dog who never talks to me. Oops. Interesting. Very 90s. Kind of remember this dress too. Yeah, I told you guys, set the Wayback Machine. Oh, here we go. The nanny, right? The nanny. There we go. Oh, Fran. So the jumper and the ruffled shirt. This is also my size. Interesting. I'm wondering if this pattern's worth keeping for the ruffled shirt because I don't really want you know what? I'm going to keep it out. I'm going to think about it because the ruffled shirt I like. I don't really want a jumper, but oh, here we go. Another one, another power dress. Look at that. The big old shoulders. The good thing about the big old shoulders though, if you were like me and you have been amply blessed in the hip area, the big old shoulders will balance out that look, which is really nice. This is really cute too. It's got a yoke on the back. It's nice. I miss nice clothes. Today for my doctor's appointment, I wore like joggers and then like a kind of, actually I've worn it before, like a kind of sweater type top. This is a suit, by the way. And they were both gray and I realized I looked like an inmate. All right. Ooh. I think there's something in this pattern besides the pattern, but I don't want to rip the top anymore. So this is Jones, New York. He must have done a lot for Butterick because I get a lot of Jones, New York for Butterick. There's the line drawings. It's just a very nice suit. Very basic, very nice suit. The skirt's lovely. It's a gored skirt, so it's multiple pieces to make that shape. I do not know who this is, but I really like this dress. So if any of you have ever heard of, is it JT? No, I'm sorry, PJ Walsh. Look at how cool this dress is. And then here's the line drawing. It's really a sweet dress. Got a peplum, whole push. Very 40s inspired. I like it. More Melrose Place, right? This is another pattern. Feels really heavy, like something's in it besides the pattern. Maybe I'll find another lighter. Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh, yeah, there's this dress. Okay. We all had this dress also. Very Molly Ringwald. In fact, I'm wondering if the reason this model has red hair is because this is something that Molly Ringwald wore in some movie that I don't remember. They're falling over now. Oh, okay. It's another thing I have to worry about is, I'm picking up a pattern that's all ripped up and there's pieces falling out. Okay, let's put this back in there. And look at that. Ooh, it's a cow neck or turtleneck dress. There's the line drawings on the back. Put this on the front so that gets some attention first. Another Melrose Place power suit. Here we go. So many of these. I'm wondering if whoever these belong to, for some reason, made lots of suits. I don't know. Oh, this got really chopped up. But you know what? Because the photo got so chopped up, I'm going to show you the larger line drawings, which are these. But can you see that it's a button-down side skirt? See, it's really in bad shape, but you can kind of see it over here. Very cute for a two-piece dress, especially. Just try to put that in there and not upset it too much. And then last of the Butterick is, I guess this is unisex because there's men on it. But yeah, look at this giant overcoat from the 90s, giant 90s overcoat. But surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, coat patterns sell really well for me. Like I get a coat pattern and I usually get rid of it pretty quickly. Okay, so let's do some McCalls now. Oh boy, so much going on here. I have to be so careful. Some of these envelopes are just not, they're not in great shape. So okay. So here's a perfect example of an envelope that's not in great shape. It's going to be hard to even show you the whole image because it's been so banged up. I might be able to fold it a little bit, but there's a whole piece of this missing, so you're not going to get the best view. But really cool. Just, I guess, a sundress in multiple styles. Oh, and it also has a skirt, so I guess there's an option for two pieces. Or is it lingerie? Oh no, it's a slip or camisole. So this isn't even a dress. And then there's the line drawing on that. Wow. Oh, I should have known because this girl's wearing a bra. Yeah, there you go. That should have been my first clue. But, you know, right? As they say, as the song says, anything goes. And then, oh, look at this one. This lovely vintage one. This is just a really basic A-line dress, but I love the look of it. It's so nice. I love that. I guess this would be considered a jumper. And more 90s. There you go. This might be 80s, actually. There's no line drawings on the back of this, guys. Sorry. And this is a Palmer and Plush, which is nice. Is it Palmer and Plush? Yeah, it's Palmer and Plush, which is, if you're not familiar with Palmer and Plush, I know I've talked about them before. Palmer and Plush is a system that when you buy the patterns, you're able to really fit things to your size. There's a lot of times the patterns will have, like it'll be multiple sized, and they will literally have every piece of the pattern in every different size. So you can kind of interchange them. So if you're smaller in the waist and larger in the hips, like some people, you can use the waistband from, you know, the skirt that where you're smaller or the pants, and then you can use, you know, whatever from the larger size hip. It makes it nice to kind of tailor your garments. Okay, another cute 80s kind of power dress thing. Here's the line drawing on that. Kind of cute, casual thing here. Thinking this is late 90s. Kind of reminds me of something that I had in late 90s. We wore these very large clothes in the 90s. For any of you that weren't alive then, just look at an old episode of the X-Files, and literally Gillian Anderson is swimming in some of her clothes. Now, granted, she was pregnant, but yeah. I think this is maternity. I haven't really read up on it, but when I saw it, I thought, oh, this is maternity. And I think this is newer. This might be 2000. Yeah, maternity. Oh, ooh, and this kind of a dress. Okay, so basically I had this dress that buttoned up the back. I can tell you, I think I wore it a couple of times and then hated it because having dresses that button up the back is not really all that convenient for lots of reasons. Okay, so I think I already have this pattern. In fact, I'm really sure I already have this pattern. Oh, and this is an 18. I do already have this pattern. The other one I have is uncut and factory folded, but it's got damage over here. So when I get two patterns and I have one uncut factory folded, hi Amber, how are you? You're not late. Don't worry about it. When I get the patterns and I already have the other pattern factory folded, I basically kind of hold on to these a little bit longer and see if I sell the other one, and then I post the other one as a cut pattern at a reduced price. I figure out what I'm charging for the one that's factory folded, and I just cut it in half, basically. The only exception is Vogue. Vogue's the only one that, like, I can sell the uncut pattern for $20 and then sell the one that is cut for $15. Like, it's crazy, but it's Vogue. My mom had this dress. I remember this dress. My mom had this. I don't think she made it, but she literally had this dress. And I'm really sure she had it in like this red, except that it had like a very small like pattern on it that was like diamonds or something, you know. Okay, more of the like Melrose Place power dresses, power suit type thing. This one's really crunched up, but there are the line drawings on the back. And yet another one. There we go. Oh, and this next pattern, I got really excited about when I saw it. It's a shame. It's a size 20, so it's a bust 42. But I'm too much of a chicken to make a jacket. But look at this. It's a Peacoat pattern. And it includes the skirt. Oh, wow, look. It includes the skirt. But it's really cool. Like, I love, look at the winter white jacket. I love that. That's such a nice coat. But I don't have the cojones to make a coat. There, you know, it's wool. It's a huge amount of fabric. It's a huge investment because you're working with wool. It's like there's a million reasons I don't want to do one. I'm a chicken shit. Yeah, you know, all that stuff. Okay, it's interesting. I'm putting these upside down, so I'm seeing the line drawings first, so I don't really know what I'm looking at until I flip it either. Nice, really basic 90s wardrober, again with the huge shoulder pads and the loose fit. Everything had that loose fit in the 90s. I don't know why we were so into that, but we were. Another 90s pattern with the loose fit. Oh, look at this one's like busting out all over. I think this is 80s. I kind of remember this style in the 80s. Definitely. This is 70s. I can tell by that feathered hair. It's a nice wardrobe though. Hold on, the back is a little bit bent. So let me see if I can hold down the bent pieces so you can see. Cute, huh? Right? That's really cute. Basic blouse pattern. Nice though. Really nice basic blouse. The nice thing about all of these patterns is they're all larger sizes. Adrienne Cartmel. Don't know who Adrienne Cartmel is, but nice wrap dress. Really nice. Two styles, short or long. I like the purple and red. I remember purple and red being a big combo in the 80s. Ah, Charlotte Ford. Look at that dress. Isn't that great? I'm going to start putting all of these kinds of dresses together because I think that I'm going to do a Easter prom kind of sale on Etsy because I would love to see like some young girl making a prom dress that looks like this, man, instead of every other girl that wears the same kind of prom dress. Oh, here's another extended size. This is 18 women's through 24 women's. So nice. Again, it's a wardrober. So it's all of the pieces. Is there a line drawing? No, no line drawing. So it's the dress, the two tops, the two style of skirts. So nice. Again, I like getting extended sizes. It's just, oh. How 70s is this? Is that a Dorothy Hamill cut? I think she has the Hamill cut, the one in the front with the black dress on, the directing traffic one. Wow. Made for stretch knits. Oh, and the vest goes over. It's a separate piece because I don't know. Oh, I did have more than one kids pattern. Look at this. Didn't even remember seeing this. Very cute. This is that one there's this one illustrator for McCall's, and all of his illustrations or her illustrations are like this. And they're actually, when you look at them, they're so beautiful, right? They're really beautiful illustrations of children. I always love seeing them. I have several patterns that have that illustration on it, and they're all from the 70s. Ooh, another wardrober pattern. And it is for, okay, so you can do the slacks, the top, and the skirt, or you can do the like top as a long dress. Wow, that is kind of cool. Nice, really groovy, very 70s. Yeah, another one, very 70s. There's so many of these like 70s-ish patterns, and they're all wardrobers. I feel like I don't see wardrober patterns anymore like I used to. Like you used to see these all the time. Oh, I love it. Look at this. Oh, it's got string hanging off of it. Huh. There we go. Let me show you the back. Oh, is that a jumpsuit or is it just pants? No, it's just pants. It's not a jumpsuit. Oh. More 80s. Love the 80s. Gotta love the 80s. And more 80s. And this also looks like maternity. I'm going to have to double check. But no, I guess it's not maternity because it's belted. No, it's not maternity. It's just big. But it could be, right? I mean, look at the dress, the blue dress. Totally could be maternity. All right, this is gonna take some skill. Hold on, I got to take these out so I can put these back in. So bear with me. This is good. We're almost done because it's actually starting to get dark out now. And then this overhead light is horrible. I don't like this overhead light anyway, but I also don't love the ring light. until I've mastered the ring light, I'm going to have to deal with the overhead light a little bit. Okay, so this is another Charlotte Ford. Pretty. I'm not really familiar with Charlotte Ford, but so far I like her stuff. Got to say, like her stuff. Oh, look at this. So these are all late 70s, early 80s. I'm not looking at the dates, but I can guarantee these are 79, 78. Yeah, 79. 79. Oh, and this is a wrap. The skirt's a wrap. Nice. So it's the blouse, the skirt, and the jacket. Long coat. Nice. More 80s. More 80s. There's the line drawings for this. Oh, this looks like it might be. Oh, it's just a sundress. Oh, how cute. But wow, what a cute sundress. Just a peasant sundress. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. Look at the line drawing. So that has a tiered skirt on the dress, and then the top is just like a really long tank. But that's cute. It's a large. Not sure if that's my size, but very cute. This is a Carol Little. Wow, Carol Little. She was another big one back in the 80s. I don't know if people remember her. But yeah, Carol Little. See, there's her fake signature down there. Oh, how cute is this? Wow, this is super cute. I actually had something really similar to this in pink, that like shell. Basic blouse pattern. Ooh, this one looks vintagey. Ooh, yeah. Oh, it's such a shame that these envelopes are in such bad shape. And this is everything. So this is the trousers, the skirt, the tunic top, the shorter top. You guys see the line drawings? Nice. Very nice. This is super cute too. Lots of sundresses. It's making me feel very inspired to sew sundresses. I just, have to clear out the 100+ patterns I have taking up my sewing room. Another very 80s dress. Kind of remember my mom having something like this too. Oh, sorry. Here's the line drawings. All right. We are getting down to the last stack. This is by, Cacharel. Wow. Cacharel. I remember them. They even had, I think they actually had stores. They were like a big brand name. Oh, here we go. See, here's what I'm talking about. There's a prom dress, right? Like that's a proper prom dress. I'm hoping that I can, even though this is cut, there'll be some young girl who wants to buy this pattern from me and make herself a proper tight prom dress. Yeah. Early 80s. Again, with the early 80s. Nice pattern, though. I like the skirt a lot. I like the fullness of the skirt. 70s. Gotta love the 70s. Look at that coat. Can you guys see that coat? The button-up one? How awesome. I guess she's wearing it as a dress, but it is a coat. There it is on the back. And then you also get the bell bottoms, which are ultimately important, and the skirt. All right. Another early 80s. Another wardrober. So it's basically the whole suit, including the blouse. The blouse is awesome. I'll show it to you again. You see the detail on the blouse? Nice, right? Very nice. I'm trying to put these in here and not damage them any more than they already are. Oh, look at this. And this is by Evelyn Dijon. Evelyn Dijon. Really nice. Again, proper prom dress, right? It's a real prom dress. Very disco. Very, very. If your prom theme is Studio 54, I have a pattern for you. I have several patterns for you, actually. Make It Tonight. The Make It Tonight patterns, from what I can gather, were, first of all, quick patterns, but also they seem to be really limited pieces. Like the one I showed you guys earlier was only 5 pieces, so not bad. And this is Evelyn de Jong again. Wow, we liked Evelyn de Jong. I've never heard of her, but nice, very nice. And this is dress, top, trousers. All right, Evelyn. And this is no name, but it's very nice. Another pattern that I very, very reminiscent of the 80s. I'm pretty sure I had this dress. In fact, I'm pretty sure I had this one. We only got like 4 more. Another Melrose Place power suit. Here we go. Melrose Place. Okay, no line drawings on the back, sorry, but kind of cool. Zigzag. And another Evelyn de Jong. I am going to have to look her up when we get done. And I'll see what I can find. I'll put it in the notes. I'll look her up on Wiki, see if there's any information about her. Another really cute blouse pattern. Again, not in my size though. Early 80s. I remember these like lace inset type things that they were doing back in the 80s. Like this one up here and this one. Ooh, this one's really crumbly. Oh, so super cute. Oh, it goes up to a size 20. So it's just a basic sundress pattern. And it's a Make It Tonight. It's another Make It Tonight. A lot of damage though, see? Lots of this. Don't know what that is. Don't want to know. Doesn't smell rank. So I'm hoping it's water. Fingers crossed. And here's our last pattern, guys. And this is, see, this looks like a designer pattern, but it's not. And here we go. Here's the number. It's 2281. Very nice though. Definitely like kind of more of an evening thing. Mother of the Bride. I mean, like very Mother of the Bride, right? But kind of cool. So that was it. That was all the patterns. I'm going to put the Vogues back in here. No little nesting spot. Yeah, as you can see, just added more to my job of going through the cut patterns and adding all these cut patterns. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I love looking at the patterns. You know, I love setting the Wayback Machine. Until my next video, which will be Sunday. Please like, subscribe, comment. Please leave me comments. It's weird. I can't like see the comments that you leave here, but I can see the comments when I upload it. Like in an hour or so, this will upload like a normal YouTube video and you'll be able to leave comments. But tell me if you had any of these prom dresses, these 1980s prom dresses I have here. Let me know what you think. And until my next video, stay well, stay warm, and like, subscribe, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye. And thanks for coming and joining me.